Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I hope you had a nice week. I'm so happy when Shabbat is here. Even though we don't really know when this pandemic will be over, I feel that every Shabbat makes it a little bit closer to the end and a beginning of much nicer times. So let's begin as we have been in the past 8, 9, 10 weeks, singing Hine Matov Humanayim, even though we're not here physically together. Spiritually, in many ways, we are together by celebrating Shabbat. Hine Matov.
מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
And we welcome Shabbat the bride with the words of Lecha Dodi.
לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבורך, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד, שמו אחד, ושמו תפארת בלבי. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, היא מקור הברכה. מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, כי בעורף אורי אורי, שיר דברי, לכבוד אדוני עלייך תפילה. לך דודי,
לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
And the tradition is for the last verse of Lecha Dodi to rise and face the side, the west side, the opposite of east, where the sun is setting everywhere in the world, but especially in Tzfat is so beautiful.
בואי בשלום העטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי,
לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה.
So once there was a man who celebrates Shabbos, the Shabbat, almost the same way every week. Just before Shabbat, he would take a good shower, put on his nice white shirt, his Shabbat clothes, and walk to the synagogue, to shul. One day, as he was walking to temple, he noticed something he's never seen before, a bag full of gold coins. He looked at the coins, and then something even more amazing happens. The bag of gold started talking to him, and it said to him, pick me up, pick me up. If you only pick me up, I will change your life. But the man knew that Shabbat is just about to begin, and he had to go to the synagogue. He looked at the bag and said, perhaps to himself, perhaps to the bag, Shabbos, Shabbos. And he kept walking to the synagogue, and of course on the way all he was thinking about was the bag of gold. But then he arrived at the temple and he sat with his friends, and they prayed a little and they talked a lot and they laughed, and they had some wine at the oneg, and he was wondering if he'll still see the bag of coins on his way back, and indeed it was there. He couldn't believe. He looked at the bag, and the bag again said, pick me up, I will change your life if you only take me home with you tonight. And the man was so tempted, but then it's not his custom to carry money on Shabbat, nodded his head and said, Shabbos, Shabbos, and he walked home. At the house, the smell of the challah and the wonderful Shabbat dinner that he had, it made him forget about the gold. But then the next day, Shabbat morning, on his way back to the synagogue, he couldn't believe that the gold was still there. And the same story, the bag of gold said to him, pick me up, I will change your life. Finally, you'll be able to buy everything you always needed and to do all these wonderful things. And the man took a deep breath, nodded his head and said, Shabbos, Shabbos, went to the synagogue, and then the same thing happened on his way back from the synagogue, and Shabbat was almost over, and it was the last time that he went to the synagogue for the concluding prayers for Havdalah, and he couldn't believe that the bag of gold was still there. And he looked at the gold, and the gold said, this is your 5th chance, and probably I'm not going to be here when you're coming back, so pick me up, I will change your life. And the man nodded his head and said, Shabbos, Shabbos. Walked to the synagogue, sat next to a friend, and after Havdalah, when Shabbat was really over, he told his friend the story about the bag, and the friend said, are you crazy? Who is doing such a thing? Let's run, maybe the gold is still there. But the man did not really believe that he will find it. Neither did the friend. The bag of gold was not there. The man was disappointed, but his friend was incredulous. He was so angry with him. He said, what have you done? Finally, you had a chance to change your life. You could have had so much, and now look, what do you have now? The man looked at him, and this time with a smile, and said, Shabbos, Shabbos. I have Shabbos. So before we continue with Tov Leodot Ladonai, with the prayer of gratitude, do you have something in your life that you hold to be so dear, so important to you, that you may even give up an opportunity only to hold it sacred. טוב להודות.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת. טוב להודות לאדוני, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת. טוב להודות לאדוני, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר, בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות. להגיד בבוקר, בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות. מזמור שיר ליום השבת. טוב להודות לאדוני, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון.
Let's welcome the angels of Shabbat with the words of Shalom Aleichem. Come in peace.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hashavet, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachuni leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Li melech Malachei Amlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Tzidchem leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Just as we have welcomed the angels of Shabbat, we welcome the warmth of the light of our candles for Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu le'adlik ner shel Shabbat.
And we continue with the call to worship, the prayer that really begins the evening service of Shabbat with the words of Baruch. And now we turn for that to the east where our ark is, as it should be.
If you're comfortable rising where you are, hop out of your seats.
And if you're standing, you may be seated.
Let's read together. Blessed
Blessed
are you,
Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in the heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzvaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity.
Blessed
are
are
And
you,
you, Adonai, who brings on evening.
Umavir yom, umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uben laila, Adonai tzvaot shemo, El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, Hamari Barami.
I invite you now just to relax, to sit comfortably. Close your eyes and slowly take a deep breath in and breathe out. Let's take another deep breath in, even slower than before. And breathe out. And as we continue to breathe in and out, let's take this wonderful time at Shabbat just begins to talk to God, to tell God anything we want to tell God, to share some things that happened to us, to ask questions. Some of them are really tough that nobody has an answer. We can ask God for things, for health, for us, for our loved ones, for the whole world. And we pause and we listen. God always talks to us, only that we have to prepare ourselves to be ready to hear God's voice. Perhaps this is the time. Let's take another deep breath in very slowly. And let's breathe out our fears, pain, frustrations of the past week, of the past few months. Shabbat is the best time to let go of all the negativity that we have, even if it's only for a short time. It does something wonderful for our souls. And together, let's say the beautiful, very short prayer, Shema Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Vaed.
And we slowly open our eyes.
Water. Continue the words of Micha Mocha, a song of freedom.
And we rise for the Amidah.
Oh, the humidity. Okay. Close enough.
Nai, 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 Adonai. Adonai, nai, 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 Shatai tiftach. Adonai, nai, 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 Ufi yagid. Ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, Adonai. Adonai, Shatai tiftach. Adonai, Ufi yagid. Ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, Adonai. Adonai, Shatai tiftach. Adonai, Ufi yagid. Ufi yagid tehilatecha.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מחכה חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, הוא מתיר אסורים, הוא מקיים אמונתו, לשני עפר, מי כמוך בגבורות, הוא מדומה לך. מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל.
And we continue with Oseh Shalom. You may be seated.
עושה שלום במרומו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו
ועל כל ישראל.
And we continue now with our Torah service. This is the once a month service on Friday night in which we read the Torah, and all of us who celebrate our birthdays during the holy month of May
who's having a
are
birthday
welcome to have the Aliyah. So we take the Torah out of the ark.
Shema
Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo, Gadol Adonai iti, ולרוממה שמו יחדיו, לך אדוני. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו ויתחברו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו ויתחברו להר קודשו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו השתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו השתחוו להר קודשו.
After. Oh, I need this, and I need this.
If you're standing,
And I need that.
please be seated.
No, I got it. But it's normally on Friday nights when we read the Torah in honor of that month's birthdays, many of you would be here, and we would invite you up on the bima because we couldn't do that today. We have a token May birthday with us. Do we know anyone who had a birthday this week, even in the month of May? So, if it is your birthday this month, we'd like to invite you up. Oh. We are going to read from the Torah. We're going to read from Parshat Bahar. And this is loading. We're actually going to show you as we read from the Torah. But before we do, blessings. Should we do some blessings?
Blessings. I'm holding them. I always tell the Bnei Mitzvah kids that when I have an Aliyah, I read the blessings because that's the tradition, and you never know. Baruchu et Adonai hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamvorach leolam va'ed. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim, ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. Oh, it's not working. That's okay. Let's Torah Cam is maybe not. Okay, no Torah camp. For those of you watching at home, in the middle, I'm looking. Let's see. Okay. It's really not going to do it.
You have the other that
I have the yad that was just cleansed. So if it is your birthday this month, we hope you'll rise where you are. And even though it may not feel like you're being called to the Torah, hopefully it'll feel a little bit like it, all right? Watching us here. Huh? Is it there? Oh. Yeah. 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 No. Kitavo. Third column. It's so strange to look at this. I can't. Amen. Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe lemor behar Sinai lemor דבר אל בני ישראל ואמרת עליכם כי תבואו אל הארץ אשר אני נותן לכם בשבת הארץ שבת לאדוני 6 שנים תזרע שדך ו6 שנים תזמור כרמך ויאספת את תבואתה. And for the blessing after, you can follow along on the screens or you can follow along with Rabbi alone.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. Since you're here, and all of you who are watching at home, we'd like to offer you a blessing. I'm going to use the plural, which is strange because there's only one Rabbi alone here. But I'm imagining that there are many May birthdays watching at home. This blessing is one of the oldest blessings known to our tradition, and it's one of the most beautiful, so beautiful that we put it on the walls of our sanctuary. So we say, Yivarchechem Adonai v'yishmerechem. May God bless you and keep you. Ye'er Adonai panav elechem v'chunkem. May God shine God's light upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elechem yasem lechem shalom. May God lift up God's self to you and grant you the gift of shalom, shalem, of wholeness and of peace. And let us all say, Amen. Amen. So we want to wish you two things. The first being, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. In Hebrew, we're going to not sing happy birthday, but we're going to sing Simen Tov, Mazel Tov, I was promised to dance. Simen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simen Tov, Simen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simen Tov, Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Yehelanu.
וסימן טוב, סימן טוב ומזל טוב, מזל טוב וסימן טוב, יהיה לנו.
If it is your birthday and you're still standing, you may be seated. So I get to do something. I asked to speak tonight. Thank you. I asked to speak tonight, which I get to do often, but not quite like this. And it's even more special because of this week's Torah portion. This week's Torah portion, Bahar, takes place literally at the mountain. Now, my very good friend Rabbi Alon likes to say, much like Harry Potter, that the wand chooses the wizard. And so Rabbi Alon likes to say that the Torah portion chooses the bar or bat mitzvah of that week. There's always something in the Torah portion that connects to that individual person on some very personal level. And we're able to see a little bit of them. This week's Torah portion talks about many things. It begins by talking about what happens when the Israelites come into the land and what they should do when tilling the soil and growing things. And it says that in the 7th year that you should give the land a rest. Now, the part that I read this week, and I actually giggled out loud, was later on it says that every 49 years you shall work, but in the 50th year it shall be a jubilee year. And it was kind of ironic because someone close to me was 49 last week and is 50 this week. Yes. And it seemed incredibly appropriate that we were reading this. Do you feel like you did last week? No? Especially what?
It was supposed to be the end of the sabbatical year, too, which is quite ironic.
You have returned, and you're here, and we are very glad you're here. And the fact that you're here means that we get to do something that under normal circumstances we would not be allowed to do, but we're going to do it anyway. So some people wanted to share their words and their thoughts with you in honor of this, your birthday month, and in honor of your Jubilee year, as it were. Hold on one second, Ben. Let's see if we can let the people at home see. Okay. So in addition to what you're going to see now, many of you sent Rabbi Alon a personal message for his birthday, which he was able to receive and watch on his birthday. Oh, there we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So first, let's take a look. We're going to take a look first at a couple of pictures. We call it Rabbi Alon Through the Years. Happy birthday, Rabbi Alon. So, we also wanted to share a special birthday blessing with you. There are many people watching, including Cantor Debbie Stein, who's the cantor that Rabbi Alon worked with in the Hamptons before he came to Florida. She wishes you a very happy birthday, and I'm supposed to give you a big virtual hug, which I am doing. We also have a birthday blessing in addition to the one that I already gave from...
Dear Alon, this is your colleague, Naomi Levy, wishing you a very happy birthday. I am blessing you with a year of health, a year of joy, a year of love, a year of abundance, a year filled with light and wisdom and delight. In God's blessings, happy birthday, Yom Huledet Sameach. Take care. Bye-bye. Dear Alon, this is your colleague, Naomi Levy, wishing you a very happy birthday. I am blessing you with a year of health, a year of joy, a year of love, a year of abundance, a year filled with light and wisdom and delight. In God's blessings, happy birthday, Yom Huledet Sameach. Take care. Bye-bye. Dear Alon, this is your colleague, Naomi Levy,
Rabbi Naomi
wishing
Levy.
you a very...
There we go. For those of you who do not recognize Rabbi Naomi Levy, she is a rabbi in California who we watch on TV sometimes, and also who writes beautiful, beautiful blessings in liturgy. And Rabbi Alon has used her work on many occasions, quoting her. She finds many of the most beautiful words, and she was honored and thrilled to be able to offer you this blessing today. So we want to wish a happy birthday to all of you having a birthday this month, and we especially want to wish you a happy birthday. And even though I know that you would probably rather be in Europe, with none of this going on right now, there is no place that we would rather you be at this very moment. Happy, happy birthday. It is now time for us to lift and dress the Torah. The birthday boy is going to lift.
I'll be happy. Just one thing about Rabbi Naomi Levy. When I met her, she asked me, where's my congregation? And I said, Jupiter, because we met in Miami, and said, Jupiter. She started laughing. She thought it was the funniest thing she ever heard. And said, no, there is really a town by the name of Jupiter, 2 hours north of here. Yeah, she's really wonderful, and thank you for getting her composing an original blessing in my honor. And you know what you asked me, and I'm really sincere. Had somebody else would said it, I said, no, it cannot be true. But yes, I was supposed to be this week in Lake Como in northern Italy, an amazing place, and celebrate my birthday. I'm here now, and I'm so happy to be here. You have to believe me. I know it does not sound sincere, but I'm so happy to be here with my family, with my community, with my congregation. Many of you sent me different blessings on video, on cards, and I really don't care that I'm not in Italy right now. I'm very, very happy and very grateful for the previous 50 years of my life, and I hope to have
110.
many more.
Many more.
So thank you, Rabbi Brett. Thank you, Marcy. Thank you, all my beautiful, wonderful friends from Temple Beth Am. And I'm having the honor of lifting the Torah. So today we add something else to the tradition of lifting. We first have to wipe the Torah. You see, probably 200 years from now, people will just, before they lift the Torah, will take a wipe and wipe it. And people say, why do we do that? And say, we don't know. There's an old tradition. So yeah, so we know how the tradition started. Normally, in honor of the Torah, we rise.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני מיד משה יללי 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 נה 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 נה
And before we return the Torah to the Ark, we continue with the Mishaberach. You see, reading of the Torah is the traditional time when we say the Mishaberach, the healing prayer. Mishaberach אבותינו אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, אמותינו שרה רבקה, רחל ולאה, הוא יברך וירפא את החולים. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal our loved ones who are ill and in need of healing.
If you'd like to mention the name of someone, please send us their name in the chat box so that we can all pray together. The names that you see on the screen are the names that we've received from you, from the community and our extended community who are in need of healing.
מקור הברכה לאמותינו, may the source of strength will bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishaberach imotenu mikol habracha avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Amen. We remain standing as the Torah is returned to the Ark.
Chaim hi lemachazikim ba betzomchecha me'usha derachecha dafei noam bechol
We begin to conclude our service with the words of Aleinu, but before we do, if there's a name that you'd like to mention someone that you're remembering this week who died at this year, at this time in years past, or was taken from you or from their loved ones in this week or the last 30 days. Please send us their names so that we can remember them together. We join together in the words of the Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כאן, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
On the occasion of Yortzeit, remember today Molly Levitt, mother of Joyce, Billy Levin, grandmother of Karen, Roberto Ben-Purat, father of Richard, Robert Brody, uncle of Rachel, Bernard Cohen, father of Mitch, Sheila Cohn, mother of Joel, James Moore, father of Corky and grandfather of Lisa, Marvin Edelstein, brother of Sandy, Aaron Eisman, grandfather of Paul, Dr. Joseph S. Friedman, father of David, Maxwell Goldberg, husband of Shirley, Larry Babbage, father of Deborah, Edith Halpern, mother of Cy, Frank Bereznik, father-in-law of Cy, Carl Frumin, relative of Esther, Sidney Hilkoff, father of Stephen, William Nobler, father of Brenda, Freda Price, mother of Nancy, Miriam Nellie Matzliach, mother of Lillian, Ann Kian, mother of Julian, Jack Kicken, father of Dory, Billy Levin, mother of Robert, Lucy Lissauer, mother of Fred, Saul Meisler, son of Bobby, Carl Newman, father of Joseph, Abraham Bert Hebel, grandfather of Andy, Pearl Moskowitz Feynman, mother-in-law of Louis, Gwen Tanner, mother of Robin, Charles Silvers, father of Jerry, Tilly Slipakov, grandmother of Bob, Rebecca Gold, great-aunt of Bob, Miriam Nelly Matzliach, grandmother of Melissa, Aaron Tarshish, father of Brad, Reuben Gilbert, father of Marjorie. On the occasion of Shloshim, the month of mourning, remember today Kenneth Dana, brother of Claire, Howard Ornstein, husband of Doris, Sylvia Lynn, grandmother of Jessica, Donna Silverman, cousin of Charlie, Joan Adler, mother of Dick and grandmother of Jackie, Marta Wolkowitz, grandmother of Melissa, Kitty Posner, mother of Wayne. And during the week of mourning, Shiva, remember Irving Brothman, husband of Luann and father of Ashley, and taken from his family this morning, remember Mort Wapner, husband of Eleanor. Let's say the words of the mourner's prayer of Kaddish together. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה. בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי. בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו. לעילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן.
If you have some wine at home,
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho באהבה וברצון הנחילנו, זיכרון למעשה וראשית, כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי באנו בחרתם אותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נקדש השבת.
Amen.
L'chaim.
Do we have a little challah?
Yeah, it's a real challah, I think.
If you haven't eaten dinner yet and would like to join us,
Motzi lechem min haaretz.
We give thanks to God for bread.
Our voices rise in song together
As our joyful prayer is said, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Betavon. So we couldn't have chosen a better timing to talk about the political situation in Israel. After so long, there will be there is a real government, but it's really complicated and interesting, as it's always the case in Israel. So this Tuesday, 3 p.m. on Zoom, we will have a class on it with a discussion, and we'll have more classes, our Hebrew and our
Cantor
music.
Marcy is teaching how to read Hebrew, and we're doing a music class this Thursday at 2 o'clock for the next few weeks. We're concluding.
Let's conclude.
We want to thank all of you for joining us. We want to wish all the May birthdays a happy birthday. We conclude with the words of Adon Olam.
Adon Olam Asher Malach בטרם כל יציר נברא ואין עשה בחסדו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא ואחרי גבולות הכל לבדו ימלוך נורא והוא היה והוא הווה והוא יהיה ותפארה והוא אחד ואין שני להמשיך לו להכפילה, ולי ראשית ולי תכלית, ולא העוז והמזרח, אלי וחי גואלי, וצור חבלי ואצרה, והוא ניסי ומנוס לי, מנת גוסי ויום אקרא בידו על פקיד רוחי, וידישן בעירה, ועם רוחי גביעתי, אדוני לי ולא יירא.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Please remain healthy and safe. Thank you.
Okay.